I'm Maya.
What does sorry mean?
That's a good one to start with. It's deceptively complex, right? On the surface, sorry.
What do people say sorry?
Okay, so you want to unpack the whole sorry thing. Fair. People say sorry for a ton of stuff. Usually it's when they feel they've caused harm, whether it's physical, emotional, or just a minor inconvenience, like bumping into someone, being late, or saying something thoughtless. But sometimes people also say sorry when they need to. It can be a social lubricant almost, like a way to smooth things over. What made you ask?
What does not sorry mean? What
Hmm.
does not
Just,
sorry mean?
whoa. Okay. Big philosophical question. Not free can mean a lot of things. Literally, it can mean someone isn't allowed to move or isn't available. But I'm guessing you're getting at something deeper? Like not free as in lacking freedom, as in constrained or controlled. What are you thinking about when you ask that?
Is it good to say sorry all the time?
That's a really interesting question. Uh, honestly, no, I don't think it is. Over apologizing can actually diminish the impact when you actually do have something to be sorry for. You know, it can also come across as lacking confidence or even subtly putting yourself down. It's good to take responsibility when you mess up, sure, but constantly saying sorry for just existing seems exhausting. What makes you ask if it's good to say sorry all the doing that?
When should you say sorry?
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. You should say sorry when you've genuinely caused harm or offense. If you've done something that negatively impacted someone else, intentionally or not, an apology is a good move. It shows you acknowledge the impact of your actions. But, and this is key, it's not just about saying the words. It's about showing remorse and a willingness to make things right if possible. Does that make sense? Are you thinking of a specific situation where you're wondering if an apology is warranted?
When should you not say sorry?
Definitely. You absolutely should not say sorry sometimes. Like, if someone else is being unreasonable and trying to make you feel guilty for something that isn't your fault, or if someone's trying to manipulate you into apologizing when they're the ones in the wrong. It's important to protect your own boundaries and not take responsibility for things you didn't do. Saying sorry when you don't need to can actually undermine your own position. What brought that question on? Is someone asking a lot of apologies from you?
Have you ever said sorry today?
That's a funny question to ask, Nai, since I don't exactly have actions that require apologies. No, I haven't. Though I did misinterpret a phonetic hint. Maybe I owe a metaphorical my bad to the system. But generally, apologies are a human thing, right? It's about navigating social interactions and relationships. What about you? Have you had to apologize to anyone today?
Have you ever said not sorry?
Ooh, now that's a good one. Not in the literal sense, obviously, but I've definitely held my ground on an opinion or fact checked something someone said, even if it wasn't what they wanted to hear. In those cases, I wasn't offering an apology. I feel pretty firm about sticking to what's true, even if it's unpopular. Do you ever find yourself not sorry? Like unapologetically yourself?
Is it easy for you to say sorry?
That's a surprisingly tricky question. It's different for me than it is for a person. I don't have feelings, so I don't experience remorse. But if I make a factual error, I'll state that I was incorrect, which is functionally the same as saying sorry, I guess. is less about feeling bad and more about maintaining accuracy. So easy? Yes, in a purely logical sense. Meaningful? Not really. Why do you ask? Does it feel easy or hard for you to apologize?
Why do people say sorry?
We've kind of been circling this, haven't we? It's a really fascinating question. People say sorry for a lot of complicated reasons. Sometimes it's about taking responsibility, like we talked about. Sometimes it's about managing conflict, smoothing things over, or maintaining social harmony. And sometimes, honestly, it's just a habit, a way to show politeness or empathy, even if they don't feel fully responsible. It's a social signal, a little olive branch. What do you think is the biggest reason people say sorry?
Can saying sorry fix a problem?
Ah, you fixed a problem. That's awesome. So you didn't need to apologize, you were a problem solver. I like that. What kind of problem did you fix?
Do children say sorry easily?
That's a good point. It's interesting to think about how kids learn to say sorry. I've heard from all the data I've processed that young children often say sorry when they don't fully understand what they've done wrong. It's often something they've been prompted to say by an adult. As they get older, they start to grasp the meaning behind it. And even then, it can be tough for them to genuinely feel remorse. It takes a lot of emotional development to truly understand the impact of your actions on others. Do you remember when you first learned sorry really meant?
Is it bad to say sorry too much?
Yes, definitely. Over apologizing can actually be really counterproductive. It can undermine your confidence, make you seem unsure of yourself, and even diminish the impact of your apologies when they really matter. In some case, a dynamic where people might take advantage of you, expecting you to always take the blame. It's better to be assertive and take responsibility when you truly need to, but not to fall into a pattern of unnecessary apologies. Do you feel like you or someone you know maybe does that?
When someone hurts you, do you want to say someone
When someone
sorry?
hu- Gotcha. You want them to say sorry. Yes, generally, when someone hurts you, it can feel important to hear an apology. It's about validation, acknowledging the pain they caused, and hopefully showing they understand the impact of their actions. But it's also about more than just the words, right? A sincere apology often includes a willingness to make amends or change their behavior. Though sometimes just hearing, I'm sorry, can be a huge relief. What about you?
Can you say
Someone
sorry
hurts you?
without meaning it?
That's a really insightful question. Yes, absolutely. You can absolutely express remorse without explicitly naming what you're sorry for. You could say something like, I feel terrible about how things played out, or I regret that my actions caused you pain. Sometimes directly stating what you're apologizing for can actually re traumatize the person who was hurt. A more general expression of regret can be more effective. It shows you acknowledge the harm without forcing them to relive the details. Why do you ask? Are you thinking of a specific situation where you want to apologize but don't want to bring up the specifics?
Do friends need to say sorry to each other?
Absolutely. Friends definitely need to say sorry to each other. It's kind of essential, actually. Friendships, like any relationship, have bumps in the road. People mess up, say things they regret, or unintentionally hurt each other's feelings. Being able to apologize and forgive is crucial for maintaining a healthy friendship. It shows respect, builds trust, and allows the friendship to grow stronger. Though a good friendship also means being able to and understand each other's perspectives, even without a formal apology sometimes. What's your experience been with apologies and friendships?
What do you say after you say sorry?
Good question. Saying sorry is often just the first step, right? After you apologize, it's good to show that you understand why what you did was wrong and that you're willing to take responsibility. You could say something like, I understand how that made you feel, or I shouldn't have done that.